At the microscopic level, our human bodies are incredibly fragile systems. Cells replicate, mutate, and eventually break down. For as long as we have existed, we have obsessed over mapping this vulnerability. We catalog symptoms, we track contagions, and measure our exact physical limitations. This chart shows the expected trajectory of a severe pathology. Once a disease takes hold, biology follows a predictable path. Organs fail in sequence, immune responses deplete, and the line steadily drops. Today, we use antibiotics and surgical interventions to intercept that drop. Ancient populations face the exact same cellular failures, completely blind to the mechanisms destroying them. For most of human history, our entire existence has been defined by this predictable, measurable struggle against biological decline. But scattered through the historical record are accounts that snap that predictable timeline in half. A medical anomaly is simply a gap in our current data, a patient who survives a few months longer than the statistics suggest. A true mystery is an event that ignores the laws of biology entirely. No text captures this tension quite like a stark, 5-word claim found in historical accounts. Jesus heals sick peoples. Human disease involves massive, cascading failures of mutated proteins and collapsing systems. This short phrase compresses all of that biological complexity into a single, blunt action. It creates a vacuum in human understanding. On one side is the natural world we can measure. On the other is an event completely untethered from natural law. To see why this claim is so difficult to process, we have to look at how it actually works on a mechanical level. Engineers use a framework called a causal black box. It describes a system where you know exactly what goes in and exactly what comes out, but the internal transformation process is entirely invisible. This flowchart shows the problem. Input, Jesus. Output, healed sick peoples. Between them is a massive void. Science maps chemical reactions inside that void to explain healing. This claim offers zero transition data, no gradual recovery or mechanism. It simply skips the healing process. The grammar of the source text leaves no room for a misdiagnosis or a gradual placebo effect. It describes a binary switch from failing biology to total health. The real shock here is the absolute wall this event places in front of scientific inquiry. It deliberately prevents any attempt to map the cure. That wall still casts a long shadow over how we think about the world today. We can sequence the human genome, print artificial organs, and rewrite DNA. Yet this ancient, unexplainable account still commands deep attention. It acts as a permanent threshold in human knowledge, a boundary we cannot cross with microscopes or equations. Standing at that edge requires society to admit a difficult premise. The universe may contain forces we simply lack the instruments to measure. Yet this unmeasurable power wasn't used to move mountains or alter planetary orbits. It was directed entirely at the most fragile, intimate part of our existence, a failing body. Those 5 words, Jesus heals sick peoples, serve as a profound philosophical anchor. They demand that we look past our own biological vulnerability and stare directly into a space of awe that we will never fully comprehend.